Hello everyone, welcome back to Learn English with Orwell. Today is episode 5. I kind of have a feeling we might be getting close to the end of the game. It's not a very long game. Last episode was just more of the same. We dug more into the past of some of these members of the group Thought, which we think is a terrorist group of some kind. But we're not sure exactly who's in charge, whether it's this Harrison O'Donnell character, this Goldfell's character. Juliet seems to be a little suspicious as well. And who knows how much Cassandra is involved. So, let's get back into it. Let's see what we can find out today. Okay, we got our web of conspiracy here. Let's get back into it. This popped up yesterday. Let's take a look at this headline in the National Opinion. Oh, look, a Harrison O'Donnell article. Okay, so we might have something to add to his profile. Shut the Pargesian border. Pargesian border. I don't know how to say this word. It's not a real word. This time in the National Opinion column, Harrison O'Donnell argues why the border to the Parges needs to be closed. I'll go and spill the beans right away. To spill the beans means to tell the whole truth about something. Shut the border between us and the Parges. Now, will you please? Can't anyone see what's happening there? I mean, are you blind? Take a look at Shrifolith, for instance. The situation there seems to be escalating yet again. 2008 much? And just like then, the nation will let itself get dragged into the conflict. Just like then, the Pargesians will see the nation not as a friend who does the best to de-escalate the situation, but as an opponent who invades and seeks cooperation through force. History keeps repeating itself. That's certainly nothing new. Safety of any citizen is of utmost importance. That has been the party's premise ever since 2009, and ever since it has been working like a charm. So to say something is working like a charm means it's perfect. It works perfectly with no problems. Until now, that is, as some self-proclaimed benefactors in the opposition claim that borders are meant to be open to possible refugees. If I didn't know how we suffered already 9 years back, I would agree without a doubt. I would walk out there and welcome them personally with arms wide open. But I do remember perfectly well. Though my name isn't Nostradamus, let me foretell something. Nostradamus was a famous, fortune teller, sort of, I guess. He said he could predict the future. A lot of what he said, I think, in fact, all of it did not come true. But he's still kind of remembered as someone who could predict the future. We will see a rise in acts of terrorism in the very close future. Who knows, maybe next week a bomb will go off in the middle of Fairview or Bonton. Don't you pretend not to have been warned when that happens. Okay, this was several days ago. Last week, it looks like. So he predicted that there would be a bombing in Bonton. Was he predicting it or saying that he knew it was going to happen, so he's trying to look smart in his own blog, maybe? Yes, I read this article. That was strange indeed. And with the bombings now. Okay, then this is a conflict. Yeah, he says here that he supports the government position. But here he says they're ass-kicking, mother-effing turds. So you could say that he doesn't support them, to say the least. And then here he says... No, wait, we already read that one. He says that the government is stupid and their plan is stupid. So I think based on what we know, he is not a supporter of the government. And this article, to me, is very suspicious. It seems like he's trying to play both sides. That's what we say. It's he's pretending he's pro-government and that he thinks that they're going to cause a bombing, and he's trying to put the blame on them for the bombings that maybe he is actually involved with. I don't believe him at all. I think he's anti-government based on all this other stuff. Yeah, we're gonna put this in here. He's very suspicious. That article is extremely suspicious. The kind of hostile that builds bombs, most likely. So to be hostile towards the government or to anyone is to want to harm them, to want to cause violence. Okay. What's this overview? Do we have anything here? No. It still says we have something here. What have we not clicked on? I don't think there's anything there. And then this one, we already looked at metamorphosis. Oh, here we go. Some conflicting data. Okay, hold on. Let's read. So we read metamorphosis already in the last episode. This is his manifesto, so to speak, against the government. This is completely contrary to what he just wrote. And then there was some responses. This is a great moment. Oh yeah, and then where will we strike first? We read all this. Oh, that's right. We don't know if the government building or the Bonton Mall. That's right. Okay, we'll come back to this because I'm still not really sure where we should focus, because if we get it wrong, some people might die. So let's look at his email. Looks like his email has some more stuff here. Security warning. Unrecognized access to account. Dear Mr. O'Donnell, your FTBN online bank account was just used from an unrecognized device. Unrecognized operating system, unrecognized browser, unrecognized location. Don't recognize this activity. Review your recently used devices in your FTBN online banking account now. I think we were the people that were in his bank account, the Orwell system. We are sending this to you because we take security very seriously and we want to keep you updated on important actions in your bank account. We were unable to determine whether you have used this browser or device with your online banking account before. This may occur when you sign in for the first time on a new computer, phone, or browser, when you use your browser's incognito or private browsing mode, or remove your cookies, or in case somebody else is accessing your account. So cookies are, it's not really cookies like that you eat. They're cookies that are, they're what we call the website's ability to cache your preferences. So like if you return to a website, it will remember your settings on the website. Those are called cookies. Okay. And then this guy who's blackmailing him responded as well. Knock, knock, Harrison. The thoughts are free once again. We are not done yet, you and me, but first on, I must turn to another. Okay. Whoever this is, the spelling is weird. Doesn't seem like they are even a native English speaker. Okay, unfortunately, I think we have to make a decision here about where we think they're going to strike first, or next, I mean. I don't think there's anything else. But why does it keep wanting us to click this overview? Yeah, this one we can't go to. This one we can't go to. This one we can't go to. Okay. I don't know what they want us to look at there. So we have to make a choice now. Okay, this person seems like they're very dangerous. It's a Nina thing. Let's add it to... I guess we're just gonna make the call. Let's add it to this Nina thing. This Nina planned it. Are you sure? A mall? Well, that must be it then. That's where the third bomb will be. But there are dozens of malls in Bonton. Which one is it? Alright. If that's all we have, it's what we'll have to work with. So let's get this interrogation thing going before we run out of time. I'm actually located in the same facility where Miss Watergate is being detained. I will have her move to an interrogation room and walk across. To cover my identity, I'll connect to her via an internal hard line. Let's just hope that what you have provided gives us enough leverage to over her. I'll open a connection for you to eavesdrop. After all, this is your case too. Plus, we need all the possible info found in Orwell. Hold on. So to eavesdrop is to listen in on two people talking and be like, to spy on them. Why does it still want us to... Okay, I don't know. Okay. We're going to listen in on his interrogation of Cassandra. Who is this? Why can't you just leave me alone? I'm going to let it read itself all the way out before I read it. Miss Watergate, my name is Symes. Oh, she's not happy. Great, Symes, you can go F yourself. I already told the other guys everything over and over again. It wasn't me who hurt the off, and then he cuts her off. We have new evidence that states otherwise, which is why you are in custody. To be in custody is to be under arrest. But that's not what this is about. We are investigating the bombings at Freedom Plaza and Stelligan. I just want to ask you some questions. Cooperate, and it might reflect well or positively on you. It's the same word. Positive and well. Oh, you want to frame me for this as well? To frame someone is to make it seem like it's their fault when something happens. I must be such a busy terrorist. I was right here imprisoned while I set up a goddamn bomb at Stelligan. We know you didn't trigger the bomb at Stelligan, so we know you didn't trigger the bomb at Stelligan. Maybe not even the one at Freedom Plaza. We do know, however, you have been in close contact with a group called Thought. What? They have nothing to do with it. I want to talk to my lawyer right now. You mean that boyfriend of yours, Joseph Langley? My boyfriend? You know that? We know a lot about you, Miss Watergate. Bah. I don't need to call him then. Now shove off. Shove off means like, get away from me. Your defiance toward me is not advisable. Not a good idea. What about your parents, Bruno and Alice? They've got a nice company, don't they? Association with a criminal case against their daughter, yet again, could hurt them badly. So this is just like going, whatever. Last time I was in custody, all they ever did about it was suggesting I'd leave my position as junior COO. Does that give you the impression of a picture-perfect family? So a picture-perfect family, we take a picture and everyone's dressed up, they look cool, they got their outfits on, but under the surface, they're not perfect. But anyone can look great in a picture. That's what that phrase means. True, we didn't find any hints at them helping you get out by illegal means. We did find some irregularities in their books, though. What? So their books means their accounting, the numbers, their the money, how they spend it. Irregularities in their books means they're doing something to hide something with their money. Oh, you haven't heard yet. It's all over the news. You bastard, leave them alone. They might be assholes, but they're still my parents. They don't deserve this. So this is an insult. Bastard. It means someone who their parents weren't married. A child whose parents weren't married. These days it's used just as an insult, but that's what it used to mean. Is literally a term, a legal term for some people. Possibly. Perhaps I can help if you cooperate, Miss Watergate. No way, I won't cooperate with a state puppet like you. Well, have it your way then. We have your confession in regards to that nasty incident with the police officer. You'll have to go through that whole process again. It's going to drag on for a long time. And where did you get this supposed confession? I never did anything. We know you have been talking to Miss Carrington about it. Have you been spying on me, you dirty little government effer? She's not being very cooperative. I'd hold my breath with a confession like that, Miss Watergate. You're in deep. Very deep. So to be in deep means that you're like... It literally means like you're up to your neck in it. Like, so you're in a lot of trouble. So it comes from being deep in water. Like the water's up to here. You can barely breathe. But it means like, if you're in deep with something, it means you're in a lot of trouble. It's not a confession if it has been acquired illegally. Is that what you want to say? Well, bad luck for you, Miss Watergate, but we have been acting based on the safety bill. It's all legal and official. See? It's right here in your profile. So he's basically just saying, like, because she admitted to attacking that police officer in a text. No, why? I hope you will like your cell and your cellmates. So your cell is your jail cell. But cooperate and avoid this at once. Why are you doing this to me? Just answer my questions and I might be able to help. I don't know what you expect from me. This means don't know, but some people when they talk often slur the two words don't know together, so do know. I first went to the Freedom Plaza demo. I don't know much about their plans. We know a person going by the name of Nina had plans to storm a mall. Do you know which one? Mall? A mall? Yeah, mall was mentioned once or twice. Okay, I might be getting somewhere. I think it was that huge place, the Circle Mall. Okay, we need to add this to her profile. Didn't work. There's a little glitch there. The Circle Mall. Are you completely sure? Yes, I do think so. All right, this will have to suffice. Wait, what about this reflecting positively on me, huh? Your cooperation was noted. Means he made a note of it. All will be dealt with in due time. Goodbye. Whew, I guess that went good. Thank you. Thank God you provided valuable info. Unfortunately for Miss Watergate, I can't do much for her. It just doesn't work like this. What's in Orwell is in Orwell, and acting upon it is mandatory. I know what you must think now, but would you rather not save these people? We did the right thing, you and me. Looks like the biggest mall in all of Bonton, the Circle Mall, is our target. All hell will surely break loose once the report goes out, but I don't think we have a choice. So, all hell breaking loose means like complete chaos. Like people are going to be very panicked. They're going to be like, a bomb's going to go off, run! I see you acted quickly and already got the data chunk about the mall uploaded, so let me inform the cavalry. So this is cavalry were mounted soldiers back in like a long time ago, back when we had mounted soldiers, but people who rode horses with swords or spears. These days, it's you when you say bring in the cavalry or bring in, I'm going to inform the cavalry means the people that are going to come in and help you. So in this case, it's probably police. They're the cavalry. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, it's done. Evacuation is in progress. Better keep our fingers crossed that we're right and that we're not too late already. Now all we can do is wait. So now we're going to find out if we made the right choice in selecting the mall, which as far as I could tell was not a... We didn't really have much to go on unless I missed something. Okay, we got a phone call coming in. Juliet from her mom. I wish there was a way to speed up these things. Welcome to Rosentech. This is PR. Hello, honey. It's me again. Mom. I just heard breaking news on the radio. So breaking news is... It just happened. News that just happened. They're evacuating the Circle Mall. They also told everyone to avoid the places around the mall. You best head home at once. Yeah, so to evacuate means to get everybody out. Every single person has to leave. Get out. And right now. Evacuating. Ugh, Mom, I can't just leave work. You're overdue already. Oh, well, yeah. Fine, I'll go home soon, okay? Thank you, honey. See you soon. Be careful. Yeah, see you soon. Mom. Okay. Didn't really... Jesus, what's taking so long? This waiting around makes me feel so helpless. But I really think you did fine. I shall... And then we're about to get... Yeah, we're about to get something. A homemade explosive device has been found by local police units on the scene at the Circle Mall. We did it! Okay, we chose the right place. Completely, I didn't have anything to go on, except that I was suspicious of the Nina person, who we still haven't discovered the identity of. We saved all those people. Your diligence was brilliant. Next up, we will pull this Nina apart and find out who is really responsible for all this mess. Really great work. Get some rest. You deserve it. Okay. Let's read this really quick. Breaking news. Explosive device found at the Circle Mall. They found it and disarmed it. Okay. After a sudden evacuation and thorough search, a device has been identified as a homemade bomb has been found by police forces at the Circle Mall. The device has been disarmed by specialists on site. Although authorities refuse to comment at this time, it is suspected this might have been the bombing announced earlier by the letter found at the previous bomb site. We will continue to report as the situation develops. For the moment, it is strongly advised to keep clear of the area around the Circle Mall. Okay? Why is it still... It still says there's something here to... I don't understand. Okay, now there's nothing. Okay, I believe this day is done. So we're going to find out more stuff tomorrow. Let's go. Okay, let's see what we did. That was a long day. It was like 3 episodes. It's a lot of stuff. Oh boy. So yeah, we had the bombing at Stelligan. Found out the thought processes. They thought is not active. They're inactive. We prevented the bombing. Okay. Okay. I'll leave this up for a second in case you want to read it, but we already went through all this, obviously. Let's go to the next day. Episode 3, unperson. I don't know what that's not a real word. The hero returns. No, it's all fine, really. You deserve the credit. At least from me, because you'll never get a public one. Just imagine your name in big letters in that TNB article. This Nina character is the final member of thought that we don't have concrete information on. Since she is the one who planned the protest at the Circle Mall and now a bomb isn't found there, she is now of special interest to us. Her stance towards law enforcement just gives us one more reason, as you found out yesterday. Focus on Nina, but keep watching all the others too. Okay. We got an email from unknown person to Harrison O'Donnell. Let's see. I think this might be from our person of interest. Hey, forgot to charge my phone tonight, and yeah, so I have to do this the old-fashioned way. I really wanted to thank you for a very nice evening. I haven't enjoyed myself so much in, well, ever. Only to be topped by that night, that is. So they went on a date, is what this is implying. I was hoping you'd drop by CCC and come pick me up tonight. We can cook together, maybe watch something, and who knows, maybe continue where we left off. You in? Funny, I just realized that I've never been to your place, even after all these years we've known each other. So, I figure you're hiding another love affair of yours there, are you? Probably your ex, the one you're always talking about, ever so often when I was around. Or this girl that's always yammering on about you, how she despised the safety bill. Nina, I think? Okay, so this isn't from Nina. Why would someone oppose the safety bill? We have the lowest crime rate in years, or possibly ever. You and me, we have a job thanks to the bill. The only reason to not support it is if you have a dirty past. The situation is heated as it is. This sounds like someone we should have a very close look at. We need a full examination. First, a concrete background. Who is she? Second, what motivates her? What does she want? And finally, where was she around the time of the bombings? So to have a concrete background means it's like stuff, it means a hard proof, real evidence. Come to think of it, for all that torment you owe me big time, so I really, really demand to come to your place. Love you, Marka, or Marsa. Honestly, I've never even seen this name before in my life. P.S. If you're going to the city center today, please, pretty please, take care of yourself with all the bombings and stuff. Don't stay any longer than necessary, okay? Okay. We got a new headline. This is about the bombing we prevented. Investigators, that's us, avert catastrophe at the Circle Mall. Catastrophe is a big problem, and we've averted it. We stopped it. Once again, the Bonton has become the center of attention due to a terrorist assault, except this time it has emerged unscathed. Emerged unscathed means without injury. You got out of it with no problems, no injuries. Due to the efforts of the Special Investigation Unit, the last in a series of 3 previously announced bombings have been averted. The proposed scene of the crime was the Circle Mall in the center of Bonton, which was locked down and secured by police forces yesterday evening, right after the investigation team managed to correctly estimate what location the terrorists were aiming at. Catherine Delacroix, Secretary of Security, gave a short conference to representatives of the press. In it, she stated the successful prevention of the bombing attempt to be proof for surveillance and investigative measures to be functional. The search for the perpetrators of these nefarious acts of crime would now be the top priority for the investigators who have substantial leads. Okay. We got a new thought article, and this was published by this person, Nina. The indifference towards their own rights is a worse enemy than the government itself when we are to overcome privacy destroying surveillance laws. War on indifference. So indifference means like, I don't care. We are in a state of war against our own government. The declaration of war is the safety bill, the only gain of which is reinforcing the chokehold the party has on us. With this bill, they are screwing every single citizen of this country. It means doing something bad to them. Yet most people are ignorant to this. Most people simply don't care about their rights being wrestled from them. Why bother when I have nothing to hide is their default excuse. They feel safe in their cozy houses while the government slowly puts the muzzle to their forehead, ready to pull the trigger at any second. So a muzzle is the front of a gun where a bullet comes out, so they're like saying that there's a gun to your head. With our move on the crowded Circle Mall in Bonton yesterday, the first shots have been fired towards the lurking indifference among the populace. But they were merely warning shots, a friendly reminder that it's about time to take sides in this conflict. We cannot tolerate indifference. We will not accept it. If you are not with us on this, you are against us. Goldfells writes, this was December 2015, so 2 years ago. Frankly, I was in shock when I heard the events in the mall. How you in particular incited the crowd to directly threaten the visitors. Okay. So it wasn't just a peaceful protest. She threatened people that were there. Now I'm even more astounded by your writing. Scaring people to get attention to one's message. Really? This is what thought is about? You know, I agree. People being oblivious in this matter is the problem's root. We have discussed this many times. We must get their attention carefully, though. Through interesting and remarkable events, we must make them think. Scaring them to death is the exact opposite. Scaring people is convincing them, Abe. People will only care about things that pose immediate threats to their life or lifestyle. Your own words, surveillance is just too abstract a topic. So something abstract means it's very far from reality. It's not concrete. It's the opposite of concrete. Too far away to grasp. They don't feel the danger of it, so we made them feel. It's as simple as that. So she's saying she scared them because people, if you just write fancy words online, people don't care. You have to like threaten them directly to make them care. Let us follow your argumentation for a moment. What did you achieve then? Argumentation is a fancy way of saying, let's go with what you said and see how it plays out, your argument. You just upset these innocent bystanders in a time when they are already deeply unsettled. This is the exact reason why they are so afraid and yearn for safety in the first place. You have just proven them and the government right. Violence cannot be the key, and thought shall not stand for that. So this guy doesn't approve of violence, so he's not involved with the bombings. Maybe this Nina person hijacked the movement. Violence? There was no violence. No one was hurt. Frightened at best. Honestly, I think it wasn't big enough. We made some local press, but the big fish, the TNB, didn't bite. No big deal at all. How are we going to reach the broad audience, the rethinking you wanted, if you're not willing to let us do something about it? So she's saying violence is the answer, basically. I mean, she's saying that like frightening people, threatening them isn't violence, but the law would say differently. Just going up to someone and being like, I'm gonna beat you up. Most people would be like, whoa, they think you're being violent, even if you didn't actually hit them. Hancock says, ladies, gents, can we all calm down a notch? Abe, you're totally right. We were effing fire starters. We got a little bit carried away by the euphoria of finally getting our message out there. We didn't think straight for a moment. Okay, so he thinks they went too far. Afterwards, they're clever and feel sorry about their actions. It's always the same. Euphoria is a feeling of like extreme happiness. So he's saying like in the moment they were like so like that they didn't think about their actions. Thanks for stabbing me in the back when I needed you the most, Harry. This is not the right place for a discussion of this magnitude. Magnitude is size. We will have a word about this in our next meeting. Okay. Is there anything else here? Oh yeah, we can look at her profile. Or there. I don't know. Nina could be a man under disguise. Okay. She has a UTEL contact. We might be able to hack that. Is there another headline? It's this, I think, but I don't know if this is relevant to us. This is more about that, we read about this, this article, or this, romance movie. I'm not sure if it has really anything to do with it might just be flavor for the game. I'll leave it here if you want to read it, but I am not going to read that because I don't think it's involved. Okay, we got something to listen. He's replying to this unknown Marsa or Marka, this love letter. Hey kiddo, you're absolutely right. One could rightly call that evening mind-blowing. And of course I'll pick you up tonight. I like this continue you're talking of, and I think I am in need of it big time. But let's not stay at my place. So he's not going to be home tonight. It's utterly unfit for a lady like yourself. No lovers hidden there, only not-so-hidden leftovers in laundry, especially not Juliet. I haven't heard anything of that bitch in months. I'm done with her because I'm with you now, Marka. So he's saying he's no longer with Juliet. They have broken up. Juliet and Harrison were together. That's one's news to me. I guess it doesn't matter. Seems to be over now. Pinky swear. So kids in the US, they will do like pinky swear, and they'll do this and it'll be like it's making a big promise. Pinky swear. But it's just a kid's thing. And it's not really anything serious. So he's kind of being a child. And Nina, you mean anything? And Nina, you mean anything will set me off? Angry outburst, Nina? Okay, so he was with Nina too? This guy's got a lot of girlfriends, ex-girlfriends. Enraged outbursts. Interesting. Keep looking for a reason behind this. So she's very mad and gets mad easily, like, ugh. Don't even get me started on her. She was my partner in crime a while ago, so to speak. That's it. So this could literally mean partner in crime, as in like someone you commit crimes with, but to say someone's your partner in crime is slang for just being like someone you're always hanging out with, your best friend. But we'll add that anyways. In some way they were involved. Partners in crime. Okay, what crime? I don't know if it's supposed to be literally crime, but we'll see. So babe, see you around 8 straight tonight. Much love. 8 straight means 8 o'clock on the dot. Exactly 8 o'clock. Okay, we got an unknown chat from someone named Nina to Sylv. I'll let this play out a little bit before I read it. Sylv is short for Sylvia, I am assuming. Hey Sylv. Hey Nina. Just wanted to ask if everything is fine. Yeah, don't worry. We're having a great time. Thanks for taking care, even though it's Saturday. Don't mention it. How are you feeling? Still shitty. That means I'm feeling bad. Nina, I hate to say it, so don't hold it against me, okay? I'm fine. No, you're not. You're worrying me. You always look so sad. Often sad. Okay. This person has emotional issues. Could be relevant to find out about what? Nothing to worry about. Anything new on the love front? No, only idiots on the singular portal thing you recommended, Sylv. Singular, it's like a dating app, a dating website or dating app, I'm guessing. Don't know how you got to find John amongst so much crap. I'm gonna remove the account. Yeah, it's 99% fools, but just keep it tight. Keep going. Someone will come to the rescue. No thanks, I can rescue myself. Gotta work now. Thanks again, Sylv. Call you later. See you, girl, and cheer up. Okay. So we have something here. Yeah, this is a dating website. This game's from 2017, so dating websites were a little more popular back then. These days you would use an app on your phone like Tinder, but this is probably supposed to be a parody or of like Match.com, which some people still use. Okay. So this is a play on words. Don't be single, be singular. So to be single means you're not in a relationship, but to be singular means you're like a standout. You're the only one. It's a positive thing. Single, it can be positive or negative, but for singular, it's very positive. You're a singular. You're the only one. Oh, here we go. We got a picture. Let's add this. Hello, concerned one. Great to see you again. It's a good day to fall in love. This is your public profile. Everything you enter here is visible for any visitor. Okay, she lives in Bonton. Her birthday is October 1985. Doesn't say which day. She is straight, heterosexual. Not sure this is helping. I don't know. She last logged in the 4th, so it's been a while. She's 6'1". That's really tall for a woman. 1.85 meters. That's extremely tall. The average height of women in the U.S. is 5'2", I think, so that's very tall. Athletic, which means she does a lot of sports. She's got muscles. Never drinks, never smokes, doesn't do drugs. And diet is everything, so she's not vegan or vegetarian. She eats whatever. This is an interesting quirk of the English language. So you say I don't drink or I do drink. You say I do smoke or I don't smoke. And then you can say I don't do drugs or I don't do drugs. But there's no word for there's no I drug or I don't drug. That's not how it works. Okay, so drinks can be said I don't drink or I don't smoke, but you have to add do for drugs. I don't do drugs or I do drugs. Sounds weird to say it like that, but that's how you would say it. Likes, some stuff she likes to do: hiking, climbing, Asian food, the Beatles. So she's a outgoing kind of person. Asian food there's a lot of Asian countries, so that doesn't mean anything. Does not like suits, most movies, candlelight dinners, so they don't even bother with that. Candlelight dinners are like romantic dinners with 2 candles. What is your problem with suits, huh? So she doesn't like suits, so that's like businessmen and people in the government wear formal suits. It's like a jacket with an undershirt and a tie. We know she doesn't like the government. Okay. There isn't really much to say. If you'd like to get to know me, ask away. Okay, so we learned some stuff about her from her profile. Oh, wait. We have other things to click here. Okay, your opinions help us compare yourself with potential matches. Your answers are private and will only be used for your match score calculation. Here are your answers so far. So this is what she checked the boxes for. When you fill out a box, it's called checking the box. So she wants financial stability. Interesting. Who doesn't need a little bit of reliability in their lives? Is she striving to find that stability on her own accord? Any reason why she craves stability? How long do you wish for your next relationship to last? A couple of years. So she's not looking to get married, but she does want something serious. Would you consider allowing your partner seeing other people? Yes. Interesting. This is called an open relationship. If you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but they see other people, it's called an open relationship, or a polyamorous relationship is the fancy word. It's very uncommon. Most people would not be into that. Would you consider dating someone who does not want or dislikes children? No. So she does want children? Interesting. What places would you like to go on vacation? The seaside and the mountains? Makes sense. She's an outdoor person. How interested in politics are you? Quite a bit. We know that already. In the end, it all comes down to the degree of interest and the ideology. Cat or dog person? She's a dog person. If you turn left-handed, gloves inside out, it fits the right hand. Okay. Weird question. Let's look at her conversations. These are people who have messaged her, maybe to get a match to go on a date. Pretender 80, 34% match, so very low percent match. So she ignored this message. Oh wait, can we click on it? Yeah, okay, she didn't even respond to this guy. Okay, this guy. Hey, Blondie. This is someone who's blonde. If you call them Blondie, it's like, it's not a nice thing to say. That's what it's like a cat call is what we would say. Like, you don't know her, I mean, her name, I guess, is anonymous, but like, you wouldn't. This is an aggressive way to talk to a woman. I just came across your profile and I got stunned immediately by your striking beauty. I just had to message you. I wonder if you would spare some time for a lonely heart like me and go out with me sometime. We could go out and have a drink at Frank's. I assume it's a bar. You know that one since you're from Bonton too, right? What about the weekend? Blondie? Seriously? Yeah, see. She didn't like being called Blondie. I don't recall anyone ever calling me Blondie. I'm an 80s child. There was also a famous band in the 80s called Blondie. Great, me too. So when are we going out? We're not. So he's not taking no for an answer. Now I totally get why you're over 30 and still single. Arrogant bitch. So he's a rude person. Let's see this. Wise Sam. 87% match. Hi, concerned one. I just read your interesting profile. Left me dying for more information. Now, here I am, asking away like you requested. If you dislike candlelight dinners and movies as you stated, guys will probably have a hard time dating you. That makes me wonder, what is it that you would like to do on a potential first date? Of course, I could resolve to just ask you out to the local Chinese place around the corner and just abandon all the candlelight part of the dinner. Still, that does seem a bit straightforward. I could really use a helping hand here. Care to lend me yours? Cheers, Sam. So this guy, he didn't go, hey, Blondie. He went a little more formal with his introduction. He's being a little more delicate. Hi, Sam. It's kind of refreshing to read a decent message from time to time. If we were to go on a date, just ask me to go to this local Chinese place you mentioned. I don't care much for dating rituals. Dating rituals are like all the like stuff you do except for dating. Being like, ooh, you're pretty. Would you like? She's just like, ask me out or don't ask me out. Cut the crap is what we would say. Name's Molly Schwartz. You can call me Molly. Okay, we have her name. That means we should be able to get a lot more info on her. Molly Schwartz. She's using a fake name and such a peculiar one at that. Okay. So yeah, so it's a pseudonym. Oh great, suits me well because, no kidding here, I don't like this stuff either. I think most guys don't, though it is nice from time to time, especially with the right woman. Speaking of which, I was hoping you could tell me a little bit more about you, what the person behind the small picture and all those separate chunks of data is like. What does Molly do for a living? What does she do when she's at home? Does she live all alone or is there somebody waiting for her? Does she often get to climb? Please, Molly, feed a fool craving for each bit of knowledge about you. Don't let me starve. Cheers, Sam. This first one was kind of nice, but this one's weird. To me anyways. He doesn't talk like a person. Hi, Sam. You're quite a dramatic guy, aren't you? Anyway, here I go. I work whatever I find, aka temp work. So she's a temp worker. It stands for temporary worker. These are people who, they don't have one singular job. They do whatever they can find, basically. Sometimes they work for what's called a temp agency. And so it might be like, I need a secretary for 2 months. So they go work as a secretary. And then they'll be like, I need someone to be a legal transcriber for my court system for a couple months. So you don't have one job, you just kind of do a bunch of jobs. Hope you weren't looking for someone with a shiny job title. I live in a small flat in between tons of industrial waste. You still with me? And indeed, I don't live alone. There is a special someone in my life. It's a man, and he is very, very important to me. He's also the reason I don't get to climb much anymore. Jealous already? Don't be. It's my son, Michael. So she has a son. That would explain why she's interested in people who like children. A single mother. Doesn't seem like the type to involve with terrorist attacks. It's true. You would think if you're a mom, you wouldn't want to get involved in dangerous stuff because you have a kid to take care of. Okay. What else do we got here? Yep, this looks like a temp agency website. Looking for a job, looking for a temporary staff. In both cases, you come to the right place. With Work Easy, you have the nation's largest database of more than 47,000 reliable temp and part-time workers, and over 5,600 high-profile employees right at your fingertips. For convenience and safety, we offer escrow payments. It's interesting. Escrow payments. I don't know what this means in relation to a temp agency. It usually has to do with like payments on a house. Let's see. So they do repairs and maintenance people, retail workers, administrative assistants, and service. She has her webs. Okay, we got another profile. This might be. Let's add that one too. She has 4.5 out of 5 stars, so people like her. She does cleaning, maintenance, mechanical repairs, groundskeeping, and customer service. So groundskeeping means like it's like a gardener or someone who takes care of the grounds of a place. Wow, she's done 1,202 jobs. That's a lot of jobs. Lots of housekeeping, house cleaning, groundskeeping, maintenance, and repairs. Tons of hours. Extras. We'll work 10 plus hours a day. We'll work nights. We'll work weekends. We'll work on holidays. So she's available all the time. Look at us working on the weekend. I get it. It's different, of course, when you're a single mother. That must be tough. Yeah, so there's only one income in her house, but she has to provide for a kid as well. What's this conflict with? Okay, we have her mail address, but it's conflicting with something, so we don't know yet. But we do have her email. We can hack that now. Okay. And then there's a feedback thing here. Just as the Prime Minister leaves, the weather is getting even shittier. Okay, that must be in relation to something. Bonton City, what is this? These are, okay, this is the type of job she did and the rating she got. The date she did it, the type of work she did. Comment saying she's reliable and hard worker, would hire again. Okay, so she cleans, she does groundskeeping. She also is a maintenance person, so she's handy. What are these conflicting with, I wonder? I don't know yet. Let's see. Blaine cancels meeting for surprise visit in Trifolith. I don't think this is relevant to our search. Blaine is the Prime Minister of the nation. So he's visiting the capital of the Parges, which is war-torn, as we know from a previous episode. I'm just going to leave this up. I don't think it's relevant to us. It's more just flavor. Any other headlines? I don't see anything. Oh, wait. Did we not read oh, yeah, we didn't read this yet. Okay. We have time to read this last article, I think. This is Harrison O'Donnell's opinion article for today. Yep, it is today. So let's get something abundantly clear to begin with. I feel bad. I feel like an effing moron, and rightly so. In last week's NO article, I blabbered about how some bombs would soon go off in Bonton or Fairview. At that time, just to advertise my point of view. I'm truly sorry for everyone involved or affected by those terrible events. It never was my intention to ridicule or trivialize the attacks in Bonton. Yeah, so he, as I suspected, he knew they were going to happen, and then he tried to make it look like he guessed they were going to happen in his last article, even though he's behind the attacks. A strange way to sell one's point. It's still peculiar he mentioned the bombings before anything happened, but, well, very suspicious. Well, if you've not been living under a rock and a massive boulder at all for the last couple days, you absolutely must have heard that that is exactly what went down. It's far beyond I hate to say it, but I told you so. So living under a rock means like you don't pay attention to the news, you don't do anything to keep up with current events, so when something happens you're like, what? That's called living under a rock. Thanks to the efforts of our government and the safety bill, the latest attempts has now been prevented. Finally, a kick in the terrorist butts. Naturally, there are still tons of critical questions. How the hell is this even possible to begin with when we all have all this CCTV and new safety regulations out there? Why spend so much money for mechanisms that don't protect lives as they should? Why is there still no real suspect in sight, not even to mention in custody? These questions neglect one fact, though. People killing asswipes are among us. So asswipe's just another way of saying a terrible person or an asshole. They are our neighbors. They are like you. They are like me. Mind you, they are most certainly not like me. So he's trying to be like, don't look at me. I'm not a terrorist. It's tough for cameras or for other automated safety systems to recognize a criminal or a terrorist before he actually commits a crime. They cannot look into our houses and certainly, thankfully, cannot look into the souls of a passerby. So he's saying if you look at the camera, you can't tell someone's intentions because you can't see their thoughts. We, the people of the great nation, must grow ever more vigilant. We must protect ourselves. We must stand up for our safety alongside high-tech security mechanisms as those can only work in addition to our own perception. Okay. He's right. We cannot save everyone, but we're still the watchful eye of the nation. Let's not get intimidated and not back down to some shitheads thinking they can spoil our way of life. Report suspicious things going on as soon as you learn about them. It's your duty to the community, but mostly to yourself. Loose lips can also sink terror ships, figuratively speaking. So there's a term called loose lips sink ships. It's basically saying telling secrets can get people killed or can cause problems. But he's saying you can tell secrets and help us beat the terrorists. So he basically keeps up this front pretending to be like an anti-terrorist, pro-government person, but he really doesn't feel that way. Okay, we're going to stop there for now. We're getting up to about an hour of this video. We learned a lot of stuff today. We know more about our primary suspect, Nina. Okay, yeah, I think we'll stop here for now. But thanks for watching. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.